Have you ever felt like your legs just don't work the way they used to? You're not alone. You wake up feeling rested. You've eaten well, but every step feels heavy. Climbing stairs, it's suddenly a challenge. Getting out of a chair takes more effort than it used to. But here's the truth. This isn't just aging. It's actually one of the earliest signs of something most people over 60 don't even know they have. It's a hidden condition, one that sneaks in quietly and steals your strength, your balance, your confidence. The good news, you can take back control. In this video, I'll walk you through how to reverse leg weakness. And it all starts with just 3 specific vitamins. Vitamins your body might be missing right now. No extreme workouts, no expensive treatments, just science-backed solutions that help your body do what it was designed to do. Move, stand tall, walk strong. So stick with me. This could change everything for you in just a matter of days. Let me tell you about someone. Her name is Maria. She's 67 years old. She used to love gardening, walking in the park with her grandkids, climbing the stairs to her apartment. But then, her legs started feeling heavy. She thought it was just getting older, maybe too much time on her feet. Then came the trips, the stumbles. The moment she needed help getting out of a chair, that's when it hit her. Something had changed, and it wasn't going away on its own. Doctors ruled out serious illness. Her diet fairly healthy. No signs of injury, but one blood test changed everything. She was low in 3 key vitamins. Vitamins most seniors lose gradually. Without any clear warning, she started a simple routine. 3 small supplements, no intense exercise, no therapy sessions. And within a week, Maria felt stronger, more stable, and most importantly, more confident in every step. Her story isn't rare. It's a wake-up call. And it could be yours too. Let's take a step back. Why do your legs feel weaker, even when nothing else seems wrong? The answer is a silent condition called sarcopenia. It's a medical term, but what it means is simple. Your body is losing muscle mass, quietly, gradually. Year after year, most people start losing muscle after age 30, but after 60, the loss accelerates, and the legs, they're usually the first to feel it. Why? Because your legs hold the biggest muscles in your body. They support your entire weight. They power your movements. Standing, walking, balance, all depend on them. But here's the twist. Sarcopenia doesn't come with a warning. There's no sharp pain, no swelling, no bruises. It sneaks in quietly. First you notice fatigue on stairs. Then you avoid long walks. Then you start using your arms to help you out of a chair. Sound familiar? That's not just getting older. That's muscle loss, and in many cases, nutrient loss. You see, as we age, our bodies absorb nutrients less effectively. Our stomachs produce less acid, our digestive system slows down, and the food we used to rely on just doesn't give us the same benefits anymore. Even if your plate is full, your cells might be starving, especially when it comes to 3 specific vitamins. These aren't exotic nutrients. They're well known, but they're often ignored, and their deficiency shows up. In your legs first, weakness, heaviness, poor balance, fatigue. Most people chalk it up to aging. But science tells a different story, because when seniors correct these deficiencies, something incredible happens. They regain power, stamina, confidence. The stairs become less intimidating. Getting up becomes easier, and daily life starts to feel normal again. So let's break it down. Which 3 vitamins are we talking about? Why are they so powerful? And how can you start using them safely and effectively today? Let's dive in. Let's start with the first vitamin, the most overlooked, and often the most powerful, vitamin D3. Now, you've probably heard of vitamin D. It's called the sunshine vitamin for a reason. Our bodies produce it when we're exposed to sunlight. But here's what most people don't realize. Vitamin D3 is not just a vitamin. It acts more like a hormone, a master switch that controls your muscles, your bones, your nerves, and even your sense of balance. After age 60, your body's ability to make D3 drops dramatically. Why? Because your skin gets thinner. You spend less time outdoors. Your liver and kidneys, the organs that convert vitamin D into usable form, start to slow down. And when D3 levels drop, the consequences can feel subtle. At first, your legs feel heavy. You move slower. Climbing stairs becomes exhausting. You start to lose balance. You might even feel off, emotionally, anxious, restless, or have trouble sleeping at night. And the worst part, most people don't realize these are symptoms of D3 deficiency. They think it's just old age, but clinical research says otherwise. A study from the University of Birmingham in the UK gave seniors 800 international units of D3 per day. In just 5 days, yes, 5 days, their leg strength improved by nearly 20%. Another study from China found that seniors who took vitamin D3 and did only light activity had significantly better balance and leg control compared to those who did in single quotes. Harvard researchers even discovered that older adults with low D3 levels were 40% more likely to fall or be hospitalized. The message is clear. Vitamin D3 doesn't just support your bones, it protects your independence. So how does it work? D3 improves calcium absorption, essential for strong bones. But it does much more than that. It helps your muscles contract properly. It supports nerve communication, so your brain and body stay in sync. And it reduces inflammation that quietly builds up in aging muscle tissue. With enough D3 in your system, movement becomes smoother, your joints respond faster, and your body starts to feel reliable again. So, what's the right dose? For most healthy adults over 60, experts recommend 800 to 1,000 IU per day. But if you've had a fall or feel noticeably weak or imbalanced, 1,500 to 2,000 IU may be more appropriate. Always under medical supervision, and timing matters. D3 is fat-soluble. That means it's best absorbed with a meal that includes healthy fats like eggs, salmon, olive oil, or yogurt. Take it in the morning or early afternoon, never at night. It might disrupt your sleep. Now you might be wondering, can I get enough from food alone? Let's look at the numbers. 100 grams of fatty fish, about 500 IU one egg, just 40 IU a glass of fortified milk. Around 100 IU, so to get the recommended amount from food alone, you'd need to eat a lot of fish, eggs, and dairy every single day, which isn't realistic for most people. That's why supplementation is often necessary, especially if you are over 60, rarely outside, have had a fall, struggle with osteoporosis or joint pain, or follow a mostly plant-based diet. But like anything powerful, D3 must be used responsibly. Too much, especially more than 4,000 IU daily over time, can lead to problems, headaches, constipation, kidney stones, or even irregular heart rhythms in sensitive individuals. That's why it's so important to take the right dose at the right time and monitor your levels regularly. Because when it's done right, D3 can be transformative. Imagine your legs feeling lighter, your steps quicker, and your confidence rising again. Vitamin D3 might just be the switch your body's been waiting for. Let's move on to the second vitamin, one that doesn't get nearly enough attention, but may be the key to staying on your feet. Vitamin B12. You might know B12 as the energy vitamin. It's famous for helping with fatigue, memory, and mood. But what many people don't realize is this: B12 is absolutely essential for your nervous system. It's what allows your brain to send clear, fast signals to your muscles, especially your legs. Think of it like this. Vitamin D3 turns the power switch on. Vitamin B12 is the communication line between your control center and your body. Now here's the problem. As we age, our bodies become less able to absorb B12, even if you eat meat and dairy regularly. You might not be getting enough of it, where it counts out why. Because stomach acid is required to extract B12 from food, and after age 60, your body makes less acid. If you take acid-blocking medications like omeprazole or ranitidine, your absorption drops even further. And if you're vegetarian, vegan, or simply eat less meat than before, you're at even greater risk. So what does B12 deficiency look like? It often starts in the legs, burning, tingling, numbness in the feet, a feeling like your legs are asleep, weakness when standing, instability when walking, even tripping. On flat ground, you might feel like your legs aren't listening to your brain anymore, and if it gets worse, you may experience mood changes. Mild depression, irritability, forgetfulness. Brain fog. Sounds like aging, right? But it's not. It's your nerves struggling to function without the insulation. B12 provides because B12 helps form the myelin sheath, the protective layer around your nerves. It's like the plastic coating on a wire. Without it, the signal from your brain gets fuzzy, delayed, or lost altogether. Let's look at the research. A study from Oxford University found that seniors with low B12 levels walked more slowly, had worse balance, and were twice as likely to fall within a year. Another clinical trial gave older adults 1,000 micrograms of B12 daily for 8 weeks. The result? Less numbness, improved reaction times, better control of their legs and feet, and the best part? It's safe. B12 is water-soluble, so any excess simply leaves your body naturally. So what's the recommended dose? For adults over 6,502, 1,000 micrograms per day of methylcobalamin. Why that form? Because methylcobalamin is the active form. Your body can use it immediately without needing to convert it. That's especially important for older adults, since conversion efficiency decreases with age, and it comes in easy-to-use formats, chewables, sprays, lozenges that dissolve under the tongue. Just don't take it with coffee or tea. They can block absorption. Take it with breakfast or lunch instead. Now, let's talk food. Can you get enough B12 from your plate? Technically, yes. Realistically, no. Here's why. 3 ounces of beef liver equals 70 micrograms. 3 ounces of salmon equals about 4.5 micrograms. 1 large egg equals just 0.5 micrograms. 1 cup of milk equals around 1 microgram. So, unless you're eating organ meats or fish multiple times per day, you're probably falling short. That's why a supplement is often the smartest and simplest solution. Especially if you are over 60, take acid blockers, have diabetes, or use metformin. Follow a low-meat or plant-based diet. Struggle with digestive conditions like IBS or gastritis, drink alcohol regularly, or have had gastric surgery. And here's something most people miss. B12 deficiency doesn't always cause numbness. Sometimes it shows up as awkward movements, dropping objects, subtle headaches, fatigue that doesn't go away, strange buzzing. In the feet, it's your body trying to talk to you. And the sooner you listen, the faster you can recover. B12 isn't just for brain health. It's your movement vitamin. It keeps your body responsive, your reflexes sharp, and your legs under control. Don't ignore the signals. Sometimes regaining your strength starts with restoring your signal. And now, the third piece of the puzzle, a vitamin that almost no one talks about. Yet without it, your muscles can't move, even if your bones are strong and your nerves are sharp. Vitamin B1, also known as thiamine. If vitamin D3 flips the power switch and B12 connects the wires, then B1. B1 is the fuel. It's what gives your muscles the energy to move. Every breath you take, every step you make, every time you lift your leg or shift your balance, it all requires energy. And that energy comes from a molecule called ATP. B1 is what helps your body turn food, especially carbohydrates, into ATP, your body's usable energy. Without enough B1, you can eat all the food in the world, but your muscles won't get the fuel they need. They'll feel heavy, slow, fatigued, and they won't recover well from even mild activity. Sound familiar? Here are the most common symptoms of B1 deficiency in people over 60. Legs that feel weak or tired even after small movements. Muscle cramps, especially in the calves or feet. A dragging sensation when walking. Shortness of breath going upstairs. Feeling dizzy or lightheaded after standing. Loss of appetite. Mental fatigue, and sometimes just not wanting to move. These symptoms are often mistaken for just getting older. But in reality, they're signs that your muscle metabolism is slowing down, and vitamin B1 is often the missing ingredient. So why does this happen? Why do seniors lose B1? There are several reasons. First, absorption. As we age, our digestive system becomes less efficient at extracting thiamine from food. Second, medications. Diuretics, commonly prescribed for blood pressure or heart issues, flush thiamine out of the body through urine. Other drugs like antibiotics and metformin can also interfere with B1 levels. Third, alcohol. Even moderate drinking can block B1 absorption. Yes, even that glass of wine or beer with dinner. Fourth, diet. Most processed foods have B1 stripped out. And if you're not eating whole grains, legumes, or organ meats regularly, you might not be getting enough. Let's look at the science. A 2021 study from Tokyo University found that over 30% of seniors tested had low B1 levels. Those individuals had noticeably less leg strength, moved more slowly, and reported more muscle fatigue. But here's the hopeful part. Once they began thiamine supplements, they regained energy, improved walking speed, and climbed stairs with less effort. Another study published in the Journal of Neurological Sciences gave seniors with persistent leg fatigue 100 milligrams of thiamine daily in just 7 days. 82% said their endurance improved. 68% reported less leg pain and heaviness, with no side effects. So, how does B1 actually help? It fuels the Krebs cycle, your body's primary energy-producing system. This allows your muscles to generate energy quickly, recover faster, and maintain strength throughout the day. B1 also plays a role in nerve signal transmission, especially to the peripheral nerves in your legs and feet. Without it, your body is like a car with no gas. Everything is in working order, but nothing moves. So what's the ideal dosage? The basic daily requirement is just 1.2 milligrams. But for therapeutic use, especially in older adults with fatigue or nerve symptoms, doctors often recommend 50 to 100 milligrams per day. And yes, it's safe. B1 is water. Any excess is eliminated in your urine. Still, check with your doctor if you're taking medications or have liver or kidney concerns. When should you take it? In the morning, always with food, preferably something that contains protein or healthy fat. Avoid taking it with alcohol, coffee, or black tea. They can block absorption. Can you get it from food? Yes. Whole grains like brown rice and oats, legumes like lentils and beans, sunflower seeds, organ meats like liver or pork. But again, most seniors don't eat enough of these daily, and even when they do, absorption can be impaired, so a supplement is often the more reliable option now. Who should seriously consider it? If you have type 2 diabetes, use diuretics or metformin, drink alcohol regularly, take acid blockers, feel leg fatigue with light activity, have experienced unexplained weight loss or low appetite, you may benefit from restoring your thiamine levels. Many seniors report feeling more energetic within just 3 to 5 days. Lighter legs, easier walks, less effort going upstairs, even a renewed desire to be active again. It's like adding fuel to an engine that's been running on empty. So don't underestimate vitamin B1. It may not be as famous as D3 or B12, but for seniors struggling with energy, muscle fatigue, or leg heaviness, it could be the missing link. Now that you understand each vitamin on its own, you might be wondering, how do I take all 3 vitamin D3, B12, and B1 in a way that's safe, simple, and actually works? The answer? Timing, consistency, and simplicity. You don't need a complicated plan. You don't need 10 different pills, just the right nutrients, at the right time, in the right way. Let's break it down. Morning. Start your engine first thing in the morning. Have a nutritious breakfast, something with healthy fats and protein. Think Greek yogurt, a boiled egg, a slice of whole grain toast, maybe a little avocado or olive oil. Right after that meal, take your vitamin D3. Why? Because D3 is fat-soluble. It needs dietary fat to be properly absorbed. That's why breakfast is the perfect time, and with it, take your vitamin B1, your energy booster. This combo gives your muscles the fuel and the activation. They need to function all day long. D3 powers your skeletal and muscular system. B1 energizes your cells. Together, they prime your legs for movement. Midday, strengthen your signals around lunchtime after you've had a meal and your body is settled. Take your vitamin B12. Why not earlier? Because B12 increases mental alertness. Taking it late in the day might interfere with your sleep. And why not with breakfast? Because many people drink coffee or tea in the morning, which can interfere with B12 absorption. So lunchtime is ideal. Just make sure it's a solid meal with vegetables, protein, and whole grains if possible. With this schedule, your body gets the power D3, the fuel B1, the signal clarity B12, all within the most optimal time windows for absorption. Repeat daily. Monitor monthly, the key to results. Consistency. Don't skip days. Don't switch times. Make it a routine, just like brushing your teeth. Within a few days to a week, you may start to notice less leg fatigue, more confidence when walking, fewer nighttime cramps, better balance, and mobility, and yes, always talk to your doctor before starting any new supplement routine, especially if you take medication or have existing health conditions. Want a shortcut? Some seniors use a quality multivitamin, but be careful. Many senior multivitamins underdose these critical nutrients, especially B1 and D3. Always read the label. Make sure it includes at least 800 IU of D3500 mcg of methylcobalamin B1250 milligrams, or more of thiamine B1, and even with a multivitamin. Take it with food and avoid coffee or tea around the same time. Finally, remember that more is not better. Stick to the proper dose. Watch for side effects. And do blood tests every 6 to 12 months to ensure your levels stay in a healthy range. Because when combined correctly, these three vitamins act like a well-oiled machine. One activates, one connects, one fuels, and together, they bring your legs and your life back to motion. Before you head out to buy supplements, let's talk safety. Because like any tool, vitamins can help, but only when used correctly. Let's clear up the most common myths and share essential safety tips, especially for those over 60. Myth 1. If some is good, more must be better. No, absolutely not. Just because a vitamin is natural doesn't mean it's harmless in high doses. Take vitamin D3, for example. Yes, it's essential. Yes, it's life-changing when you're deficient. But too much, especially more than 4,000 IU daily over time, can raise your calcium levels too high. What happens then? Headaches, constipation, nausea, even kidney stones, or confusion, insensitive. Individuals always stay within the recommended range and never double your dose to speed up results. Tip hash: if you have kidney or liver issues, consult your doctor. Your kidneys and liver are the filters of your body. They help break down and remove extra vitamins. If these organs are compromised, even standard doses can build up, and that can be dangerous. So, if you've been diagnosed with chronic kidney disease, fatty liver cirrhosis, or other serious health conditions, speak to your physician before starting any new supplement, especially fat-soluble ones like DI3. Myth 2. Vitamins don't have side effects. Actually, they can, especially when taken incorrectly or in combination with other substances. For instance, too much vitamin B6, taken over several months, can cause nerve tingling or numbness in the hands and feet, and too much D3 can cause loss of appetite, cramping, or mood swings. That's why it's important to track how you feel. Notice anything unusual after starting a supplement. Don't ignore it. Your body is talking to you. Tip 2. Do a blood test every 6 to 12 months. This is one of the smartest things you can do. If you're taking D3 or B12 long-term, a basic blood test helps ensure you're absorbing what you take here, not overdosing, and your levels are in the optimal range. Don't guess. Measure. It's simple, and it can save you a lot of trouble later. Final myth: if I don't feel anything right away, it's not working. Not true. Some people feel a difference in 3 to 5 days. Others take a few weeks to rebuild reserves. If you're correcting a long-standing deficiency, give your body time, muscle strength, nerve repair, and energy metabolism. They don't flip overnight. But with consistent use and the right nutrients, your body will respond. So here's the bottom line. Vitamins are powerful allies, but they must be respected. Take them the right way, at the right time, in the right amounts, and always with the right mindset. Because when used wisely, they don't just supplement your health, they protect your independence, your mobility, your confidence, and your quality of life. So let's bring it all together. If your legs have felt weak, if you've been tripping, stumbling, or avoiding stairs, it's not just age, it's not your imagination, and most importantly, it's not permanent. You've learned that vitamin D3 strengthens your bones and muscles. Vitamin B12 restores your balance and nerve function. Vitamin B1 gives your muscles the energy they've been missing. These aren't magic pills. They're essential tools your body needs, but often loses as time goes on, and when you give your body what it's truly lacking, it responds. Legs feel lighter, confidence returns, and simple tasks stop feeling like impossible challenges. But here's the secret. You have to take the first step. Whether that's getting a blood test, talking to your doctor, starting a morning supplement routine, or just learning more about your body's needs. Don't wait for things to get worse, because the truth is, Mobility is freedom, the ability to walk where you want, to rise without effort, to live without fear of falling. That's what this is really about. And it starts with something as small as the right vitamin taken at the right time. So now I want to hear from you. Have you tried any of these vitamins? Did you feel a difference in your legs, your energy, your balance? Share your experience in the comments. We grow stronger together the more we learn from one another. And if you found this video helpful, please hit like, subscribe for more science-backed health tips, and share this with someone you care about, because the smallest nutrients can make the biggest difference one step at a time.